so hot in my room. What's up, guys? It's Kelsey and I am back. I'm going to be telling you my, hold on, let me scoot back some. I'm going to be telling you my experience with, I'm going to tell you my experience with the United 26 Digitour experience. Okay, so, let's get started. So what happened first is, of course, I had travel up there, which took like 3 hours, because it was in Charleston, and I live in another part of South Carolina. And we got there, and it was like this humongous line. And oh, and what I was wearing was black jeggings, and they had like rips in them, and then my United 26 shirt, my white Converse, my hair straightened, and I had eyeliner on, and yeah. But we got there and the line was like very, very long, and we were like, oh my gosh, is this VIP? Because we have VIP. So we like went to the front of the line and asked, like, we asked a couple people, oh, is this a VIP line? They're like, yeah, we've been waiting here for like 2 hours. I was like, oh, okay. So me and my mom, whoa, I got a crack in my window. Me and my mom, we went to back of the line, of course, because we got there we got there at like 3:30, and we left at 12. Like, it was, yeah. And we had to wait in the line for probably like 30 minutes or more. And by the time we got inside, I could see the boys. The boys were, okay, so there was, you know, the little Digitour border, and then the boys were in front of it. So we're waiting in line, and like I made friends with the people in front of me and back of me, and we're just like talking and stuff. But yeah. And once I got out there, the first one was Jonah. Jonah is so sweet. He's perfect. Like, he gives the best hugs. And when I met him, he was like, hey, and then he was like, I love you. And then, like, we didn't get to talk long because it was a lot of people in line back of me, and yeah. And then I went to Daniel Sky, and I don't think, he kind of like went like that to hug me. And then we took a picture, and he said, I hope you enjoy the show. And then I went to Alec, which, in my opinion, I really don't like Alec anymore, because Alec, he wasn't really interacting with the fans, which he's probably tired of like meeting so many people, and he's kind of getting sick of it. But still, I really didn't like it, because he was, he just like, he said hey, and then like we took the picture, and then I left. He didn't say I love you or anything. Like, he did that to almost everyone. And then I went to Alyssa. Alyssa is so sweet. She's like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, good. And we took a picture, and she was like, you're so pretty. I'm like, you're so pretty. And then she's like, no, you're so pretty. And she's like so sweet. Like, I didn't even know her, to be honest, but like now I'm a fan of her because she's like really sweet, and she sings like amazing. Like, she has some good vocals. Yeah. And then it was Tez. Oh my god. So I got up there and I hugged Tez, and oh, I hugged Alyssa too, but I hugged Tez, we hugged, and then like, no, I'm out of order. Well, okay, but after Alyssa, it was Aaron, and Aaron did this. He's like, hey, what's up? And I was just like, oh my god. Oh my god. And we hugged, and like, he's so sweet. Like, I can't, he's so sweet. So sweet. He kept saying, I love you. And he gave me a hug, and we took a picture, and then he was holding my hand. And he held my hand the whole time we talked. He was like, well, what's your name? I'm like, Kelsey. And he's like, oh, nice to meet you, Kelsey. I love you. I hope you enjoy the show. And then I went to Tez, and I hugged him, and he was like, how you doing? I was like, good. He's like, cool. And we took a picture, and of course he had his mouth open. He was like, but I really didn't care. And then he was like, oh, are you going to enjoy the show? I was like, yes. Like, I was just shaking my head. I was so nervous. I was like, yeah. And then he was like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, are you 100% positive? I'm like, yes. And then he's like, okay, well, you going to buy a shirt? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, that's cool. I said, yeah, actually, I'm going to buy your shirt. And he causes this huge scene, and he goes, we got a winner in the house, or something like that. You can see the video on my Twitter. I put it on Twitter and Instagram, actually, because, yeah, I don't know how to edit these things into this, so I will be posting it on my social media, so you can go check it out or whatever. I'm not on private anymore on Instagram, so you can just, like, you don't have to follow me, I guess, but it would be cool if you did. Then, oh wait, Hayes is, like, my life. Like, I love Nash. Okay. Nash is my husband, and Hayes is like my boyfriend. You get what I'm saying? Probably not. Yeah, thought. I know. But Hayes, I went up to him, and he gives me a hug. He's like, how are you doing? He's like, I love you. And then he's like, I like your shirt. And I looked at him and just like, I like yours too. And he's like, oh, thank you, I love you. And then he gave me a hug, and then we took a picture. And he kept giving me a hug, like. And we took a picture, and then my mom, she's like, so is this? And then Hayes was like, what? And then I was like looking our way, because like there's people taking my picture, but like someone else had my phone like at the other end of the line, and it was like my phone was being tortured. So yeah, but then my mom's like, so this is Hayes? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yes, the beautiful one. I'll hold my hand underneath his face, and he's like, oh, thank you, I love you. And he gives me a hug, and then like I walk away, and I didn't get like when I walked away on video, but I walked away and I was like, I love you, bye. And he's like, I love you. And then yeah, and then we went, when we were done with VIP, they gave us the little badges, and it says, oh my god, is that showing up green? I'm so sorry, it is blue, but it says Digitour Presents Unite 26 VIP. Then they gave me this poster. So yeah, and it just has the dates on it, and they didn't give autographs, so that sucked, but oh well. And then me and my mom, we went merchandise shopping. The shirt's like huge on me, but I got this Hayes' shirt. It's just like that. It says HG, and it has like tie-dye. On the back it says Greer 7. It smells good, and like I'm telling you, when I left that concert, I smelled like cologne, because like I was hugging them and stuff, and they smelled so good. Okay, then since I told Hayes since I told Tez I was getting his shirt, of course I got his shirt. So yeah, and then after I got the shirts, I went over to like these 3 girls, and Chad, he was standing right in front of Hayes then, so we were like trying to get Chad. We're like, Chad, come here, because they had to give something to Chad and whatever. So he comes around, and he's like taking pictures of fans and all, and I give him 2 envelopes that were letters to Hayes and Tez, and I was like, can you give these to them? And he was like, yeah, sure. And oh my god, my mom, she did the most embarrassing thing. Apparently she didn't even have her camera on. She just had her phone like this, just off, you know, going like this, all up in Chad's face, and Chad's just like, oh, okay. And Mom's like, I thought he was famous. I'm like, yeah, but Bob, you gotta do that. And then I went to take a picture with him, and yeah, he was really nice. Then we had, okay, so this girl, we went, there was a crowd, there was like no balconies or anything, it was just like people smushed together, general admission and VIP, and there was these girls up front, and they got in trouble or whatever because they were trying to start fights and everything, which was really stupid because everyone's just there to have a good time, not fight or whatever. And like, she said, this is what she said: move back. She like yelled, she's like, move back so they can start the damn show. They were the ones all up on the stage. I was in the very back and people were moving back. I didn't move at all because I wanted to get up there, but at the end I was still in the back. But next time I will know to go to the very front before I get merchandise or whatever. Just, yeah. Then we waited for like an hour and 30 minutes for the show to start because there's like stuff going on. Like they had to do the backstage people, and then this girl passed out and ambulance came. So after that, they came on stage, everybody had a good time, and I left and I took a picture with the tour bus, and it was really good. Some people weren't nice as there, but most people were nice. But yeah, that was my experience. And if you want to see pictures and videos, go look on Twitter, my Twitter or Instagram. I have them on there. And if you have any questions, you can either DM me on Instagram or just tweet me if you have anything. I'll probably follow you back if you aren't like a psycho person. But so you can DM me on Twitter. But yeah, that's all. It was really fun. I loved it. I really want to go back and meet Hayes. Hayes is my sunshine. And Aaron's asleep. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like. Oh, and you also got these wristbands. They're just orange wristbands. So yeah, stay UNIQUE. Forgot to say this, but also Skylin was there. Hayes and Nash's little sister. So yeah, and she didn't like. She came down or whatever and sat there, but then she went back upstairs because I don't know. But I didn't get to take a picture of her, but I do have a picture of her walking on Hayes' back. It's like very blurry, but yeah. And there's another picture.